As soon as Lisa gets.
Hi, thank you. Sorry. Sorry, it ran late.
All right, can I have the roll call, please?
Gibson. Kapler.
Here.
Ormsby.
Here.
Satterfield.
Here.
Scaife.
Here.
Stoltenberg.
Here.
Winland.
Here. All right, we had minutes from the meeting of June 18th, 2025.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move for approval of the minutes as submitted.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the meeting of June 18th, 2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. The minutes are approved. Good evening and welcome everyone who's out there. I see a total of 4 of you in the audience, so thank you for coming. The front row is still wide open if you wanted to come up. Those are better seats, but we are a recommending body appointed by the city council, and we look at matters like site plans and zoning and land use and such. So if you have input in a particular case, I will ask you to come up and announce your name at the podium to my right and to your left, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. And with that, I will do one more. We have a new person with us tonight. Wave over there. Okay, that's Alyssa Meg-Sumball. And where are you from? What school? You're our intern this year?
Yeah, I was at Augustana.
Augustana. All right, well, welcome. Glad to have you. Looking forward to your input. I understand they're going to put you on the spot next month maybe, so good. Looking forward to it. All right, Greg, with that, we will begin.
Mr. Chairman, the first case that we had was Palmer's Crow Valley First Edition, I believe, as we discussed earlier. It's south of Forest Grove Drive and north of Crow Creek. It is a replat that involves 2 lots, lots 17 and 18 of Crow Valley First Edition, presented by Kirkhoff Homes, and that is a request to take these 2 lots and combine them into one, forming Palmer's Crow Valley First Edition. The area of the current land use designation is Neighborhood Light, and that has the same designation as to the north and west, and then open space and parks is featured as Crow Creek runs through this area. This is a golf course area that was designed many years ago. And then the R5 high-density multifamily residence district was approved back in the early 70s. It was to anticipate townhouse and multifamily residential housing. However, that did not happen as restrictions were put in place, and primarily this entire area and 2 other subdivisions in the area that were zoned R5 have become single-family in nature. And that zoning district is found out through all the areas around these 2 lots that R5. We have a goal 04 here being met by looking at the comprehensive plan, and that is to expand housing choices and strengthen neighborhoods by helping stabilize neighborhoods and support reinvestment in housing stock. The area that was involved was originally a part of Crow Valley First Edition. And lots 17 and 18 were 2 separate single-family housing lots. Lot 18 does not contain any housing. Currently, the lot 17 does contain a house, and that house will be removed. It will be torn down in order to accommodate one house that will fit on Palmer's Crow Valley First Edition. So what you're seeing right here is a utility easement that essentially runs down the middle here where there is a boundary presently, lot 17 and lot 18. That easement is coming out as well as that boundary. The 2 lots combined equal 1.45 acres. There is no problem with the acreage being way over the size required at 10,000 square feet. The residents at 2455 Eagle Circle will be torn down, though, as part of this process, and a new structure proposed. Thoroughfare plan and access, essentially you have access off of Forest Grove Drive through Golf Course Road, and that connects to Crow Valley Drive, which comes down here to Eagle Circle. And the roadway is what it is. It was not improved with curb and gutter in the day. It is not going to change during the replatting process, and there will be no other infrastructural improvements being added to the site. Currently, the utilities are found throughout here, mainly sewer running through the area, and those will be maintained, and then other utilities already joined to the site, so there won't need to be a provision for additional utility easements. There are no sidewalks placed along here. That was part of, I believe, the design that was originally proposed back in the day. There is a recreational trail, though, as you do go up, that does connect to Crow Valley Drive, which comes down here. And this is the residence in question that will be removed, and this is the one lot that is currently vacant. This is lot 17, which is currently occupied. There is no stormwater detention required. It's grandfathered in. Also, our engineers determined that the house that would be built on this 1.45 acre lot does not meet the criteria for requiring stormwater detention. Staff recommends approval of the final plat because it meets the goals and plan organization segment of the comprehensive plan. Goal 4, as we explained earlier in the presentation. Staff recommends approval. I would ask, are there any questions?
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. Mark, anything since publication and presentation?
No.
Okay. Questions and comments regarding this case from the commission, please?
I do have one, just clarification, Greg. The utility easement that's being abandoned
Yeah.
on the lot line, so that existed for the purpose of 2 houses being there? And
Yes.
since there's only going to be one, then it's perfectly fine to abandon it. All right, thank you.
Any others with the commission? Anyone in the audience with regard to this matter? You guys are way too easy tonight. All right, we'll come back to the
Mr.
commission.
Chair,
Yeah.
I do have, and it's not specific to this, but probably more for Mark, and it's down the road when there's a proposal for a house in the structure. And I was really just for my education and maybe the public's, what is in the regulations to promote a structure that is environmentally friendly as possible? And as you know, many cities and states have begun to have guidelines that leverage sun, maybe the use of rainwater and whatnot, that so as over time we build a more environmentally friendly structure that takes advantage of natural resources to limit requirements for energy.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do adopt the current version right now, 2021, of the International Building Codes, International Energy Code, and those contain a lot of environmental improvements or benefits in them. So every year you're seeing those codes go up. I shouldn't say the current version. We're always 3 years back. So 2024 is the newest version. We're always one cycle behind. Typically, you don't want to be on the bleeding edge. You kind of want the code to get out there, let people understand it. So any house built in Bettendorf will have to follow those codes, the energy code, the electrical code, and the international residential code. And those control a lot of the environmental features of the property and will help, with energy savings and things like that.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Okay, anyone in the audience with regard to this matter? No? We're coming back to the commission again. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll move for the approval of case 25-028, the replat of Palmer's Crow Valley First Editions, subject to staff recommendations.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve case 25-028 replat. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Case 25-028 is recommended for approval. Next one, Greg?
Mr. Chairman, we're combining these 2 cases because there's basically looking at the same ground. It's case 25-026, a replat, and 25-029, which is a site development plan. The area we're looking at is Highland Ridge 4th Edition is the proposed area, as you can see outlined here. It combines these lots. Essentially, what you're looking at is lots 2 through 39 and lots A and B from Highland Ridge 1st Edition are being replatted. There's a combination of different land uses within the area, service commercial, and we also have mixed transitional and neighborhood light. And then the perimeter surrounding land uses are neighborhood light and service commercial mainly service commercial to the north and neighborhood light to the east, south, and west. It's divided between C2 Community Commercial District for zoning, which is permitted within the service commercial area, and then R3 Mixed Residential District zoning as well are here in this combined arrangement. And they're slightly different standards, but for the most part, some of the standards are the same for the type of townhouse design that is basically being proposed. You've got R4 zoning to the south, and then you have C2, C1 zoning to the north, and then R1 zoning to the west of the site, and then across the way, Devil's Glen Road, R3 zoning. Goal 4, meeting the housing goal in the comprehensive plan, looking to create more housing choices and strengthen neighborhoods is what we're looking at. The townhouse proposal here is something that you would see as a buffering area that you would typically see as you got closer to like Forest Grove Drive and then Devil's Glen Road, as it's a buffering that will also be provided, as this area here is commercial and this is anticipated to be more commercial. So what we've got is buffering here, and we have more single-family uses that are further to the south and west. So that's a natural progression that one might see. The differences between the first edition here that we had platted in Highland Ridge, fourth edition as proposed, is that we added, saw the addition, I should say, of 3 more townhouse units and 3 more lots in this proposal than what we saw originally. Essentially, what you have here is Highland Ridge First Edition. You have the exclusion of Lot 1 and then Lot 40, and Lot 40 is now Glen Grove Edition, lots 1 through 4. Those 2 are being not included in this subdivision process. The area outlined here is the area that is being replatted. You have 3 lots that were added. You have a 20-foot wide sanitary sewer easement that is being vacated. You have the addition now of a 35-foot wide berm easement area here, as opposed to what was originally a 30-foot wide landscaping easement here along Devil's Glen Road. Lots 1 through 7 have a buffer yard here that is 15 feet wide in easement, and that is for the R1 single family that is in this area. And that is buffering against Highland Ridge Second Edition. As we look at the lot configuration and the way this is met out on the site plan, lots 1 through 14 and lots 39 through 41 are in the C2 zoned areas. Lots 15 through 38 are in the R3 zoned areas. There is a minimum of 3,000 square feet required for land area for each unit. And that's true for C2 and R3 zoning for each one of these townhouses. The developers provided 4,263 square feet of land area, which is above the standard required. All lots in a C2 district must be at least 2,000 square feet for a townhouse, and then in 2,400 square feet for a townhouse in R3. Those standards have also been met by the petitioner. There are 2 designs that are being proposed. One is a split level option for lots 8 through 34. The footprint for each of these townhouses is 1,155 square feet. Second option, a 2-story walkout for lots 1 through 7 and lots 35 through 41. The footprint there is 1,380 square feet. Access to the subdivision shall be from Devil's Glen Road and as well from the north from Forest Grove Drive. Lots 1 through 7 and lots 24 through 27 shall be accessed from Rainforest Drive. The remainder shall be accessed from Crescent Moon Court, and that's lots 8 through 23 and 28 through 41 and Outlot A. Utilities supplied, water supply shall come from the north side of Rainforest Drive and then follow the inner part here, the inner radius, if you will, of the right-of-way, and provide water service throughout. All hydrant locations shall be verified prior to City Council consideration of this site development plan. Sanitary sewer lateral connections come from the south side of Rainforest Drive, and they are placed along the outer edge of Crescent Moon Court. And as you can see here, the pedestrian and trail access, this is the southwest corner, so you're seeing the 10-foot wide trail here, and also, I believe, a 6-foot wide trail here along Devil's Glen Road. There'll be 5-foot sidewalks that will be part of the interior of each of these. This is the entryway from Forest Grove Drive right here. This is the entryway from Devil's Glen Road right here. In the interior, there shall be a requirement that those sidewalks be a minimum of 5 feet. Each unit shall have a 2-car garage for parking. And that's what the requirement is to be met. There can be additional parking to some extent within each of the driveways for the site. Stormwater detention is designed in Outlot A, and that's the southernmost portion of the subdivision. As we go to the landscaping and lighting, the tree factor required is 86. 57 tree factors are currently provided on the landscape plan, but we have been working with the engineer to get that count adjusted up to the required amount. Also, we need to see the caliper size and species of each tree. Any lighting on site will be required to be downcast. Outlot B shall not be landscaped, as that is a utility easement that is 75 feet in width and contains a gas main. Staff, in looking at this, recommends proposal because it does meet with the goal for expanding housing choices and strengthening neighborhoods. We would add the 2 conditions regarding the landscape plan about the tree factors being shown, species and caliper sizes. We would also say that the site plan may not go forward until such time as all fire hydrant locations have been verified prior to city council consideration. So, given that, staff recommends approval. I would ask, are there any questions?
All right, thank you, Greg, appreciate it. Mark, anything since publication or presentation?
Nothing to add, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, questions and comments from the commission regarding this case?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Greg, we've looked at developments similar to this multiple times in the past, and we typically get to a question about parking. So you mentioned each unit has a 2-car garage, and how many cars can these driveways accommodate?
Looking at the width, at least 1, I would say, for some of them, and up to 2 for others.
For others, okay. Will there be parking allowed on the street at the curve end where there aren't units?
There'll be parking everywhere but the cul-de-sac.
Okay,
So the cul-de-sac, because of the density of the number of units,
Right.
that's why you have the shared driveways there for snow storage. So there
Okay.
won't be any parking allowed in the bulb of the cul-de-sac, if you will. The rest of it there.
not really any place to park there,
Correct.
anyway.
Yep.
All right, so there is some curbside parking that would be available,
Yeah, there are some pretty long stretches there where you can get quite a few vehicles in.
okay. But no discussion about putting in parking slabs anywhere
No,
off
so
street?
this one, I'm guessing the one you're thinking of would probably be the Windmiller townhome development over off Tanglefoot and Tanglewood. Yeah, that one had very little, if any, ability to park. It was basically 1 spot per building on the street because the density was quite a bit higher.
Right,
So that's where that parking pad became a requirement. In this case, as you come around either leg of the court, as well as the kind of down near the stormwater detention area, which is similar to another townhome development where we have, we may end up having to do some no parking just on that north side where those 3 units are, just in case emergency services have any trouble getting around that. It meets our radius requirement, but if you get enough parking there, it may be something we have to adapt to.
and so would there be parking on Rainforest Drive?
There will not be.
Not be, okay. All right, thank you.
So just a related question then real quick for this part, snow removal. So where will you, this will be a public, not private street, right?
Correct.
So where will you go with the snow? You can't, I mean, virtually every inch down there in that
So what
cul-de-sac.
we've ultimately come to is the city does not place snow. So we push snow. So we will push it just like we will every other street it'll be on their driveways. So what we have to make sure from our end that we're doing, and I think they've gone through several iterations with us, is to make sure there's enough room on the private property side for them
toss
to
it.
remove the snow from their driveways.
That you push.
Yep, into an area. So
Yeah.
you can see there's long stretches where, we'll be able to, we can maneuver snow a little bit in the cul-de-sac, but otherwise, those vehicles are not meant to place snow. They're not end loaders that are gonna pick it up and go move it. We're gonna circle around, we're gonna clear the bulb, and then we're gonna head out.
Yeah, okay.
And just to make sure that
People are
everybody
gonna
knows what
get
they're
snowed into
looking
their
at,
driveways.
in your packets, there were two attachments. Attachment C kind of had the gray highlighted showing you the new lots. Attachment F is the final site plan, and that shows the combined narrower driveways. I just didn't want to have any confusion on which one you were actually approving. And
Yeah.
This actual site plan is F. C was just provided to help you see where the new lots would have been or will come in.
So, other questions I'll ask them while you guys come up with some more. On the tree shortage, I noticed some lots have what appears to be a tree separating or on a lot line. And other lots seem to have a tree right on the lot. And then we've got that whole outlot A that doesn't have any trees on it at all. Is there any challenge? I mean, I say tree on the south end of it. There's no trees at all. It's just wide open where it joins the single-family houses. Are you in a challenge where you're trying to find places to put trees? I mean, that seems like that whole area across the south on Lot A would accommodate a lot. And then if each lot had its own tree, we'd be somewhere too. But it seems like we've got a number of lots that have no trees on them, like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Is that because of size of the lot? There's not enough size for a tree?
They could be allowed to be placed on lots, and those would count towards the landscaping total, especially when you have a site like this where it's so complicated with all the easements. You have the big pipeline easement that runs
Yeah,
right
yeah.
through everything. You can't put anything there. So we have to get creative with placement of trees, and to be honest, it's hard for the developer to know exactly kind of how these might come together. So we'll probably take care of that closer to the building final stage. But yeah, they will get us a list. We work with them all the time, and we'll work on placement. It's just so hard to try and identify it now. And we don't want to get too close to the detention basin. We don't
Sure.
want woody growth in the detention basin, so there's some concerns there. You don't want leaves clogging up the inlets or the
Oh,
outfalls.
true.
So for sure, they'll meet the requirement. We can get you a more detailed plan, but really, if we can have a little flexibility, especially with this one,
You
because
guys
it's so
Figure it out.
so tight with all those easements.
I had one more question while I'm hogging questions, Greg. You referenced split level. Tell me what you mean by split level for the design. I wasn't sure what that.
Yeah. Developer, his engineer, his representative is here. He can further detail that option, what that
Is
is.
that like a garden apartment or condo? We'll
To
ask
me,
him.
split level it has a different meaning than what I'm seeing here. But those are going to be essentially 3-story. The others are 2 where that's submerged, or I should say, part of the opening with the garage is up top, and then there's an area where you walk out. That's the 2-story option. These here, I believe, are totally like 3-story, like this.
Right.
I don't know where there's a split level
I
per
believe
se.
you're correct. The split level, if you look at the isometric view, is essentially a garden. Yeah, so you have a daylight window.
All right,
Just not
all
a
right.
full walkout.
Thank you. Others, now that I've done.
Rentals or owner occupied?
No, they're all owner occupied, I believe.
But we would have no control, so.
Of
you
course
could-
not.
yeah.
That's just out of curiosity. Yeah.
Anyone else on the commission?
They
Anyone?
look like the Betplex, so fit in the area.
Black and white's the new color.
They're
Yeah,
big.
yeah. And anyone in the audience with regard to this case? I saw a movement. Was that a fake out or?
We got you. We got you, Ben.
Yeah, so they will be owner occupied, at least that's the intent right now. For the split level, what it is every level is gonna split as it goes up. And it'll have that garden effect as you go in on that first level, but Whether you're above the garage where they had the open decks on there or on the backside, you have to walk up half a set of stairs to every level that you're going to. The developer kind of liked this layout. We're still working with Streamline to button down exactly what it'll be, but we're gonna be really, really close to what we provided there. On those trees, yeah, it's those easements and staying away from that detention. It's just a little bit of an issue there. And we're working with with the developer's landscaper on that. That's not something Townsend does in-house, so that's why we don't have more on that. But yeah, we will meet those requirements, no problem.
Right, thank you.
Is there something else?
No, I think that was it. Thanks, appreciate it. All right, we'll come back to the commission then. We're going to do this in 2 steps. Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve case number 25-026, subject to staff recommendations.
Second.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve case 25-026. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. 25-026 is recommended for approval.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve case number 25-029, subject to staff recommendations.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve case 25-029 site development plan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. 25-029 is recommended for approval. Just one quick, I guess maybe question / editorial. We've looked at this one particular site a lot of times. So are we going to eventually build something there, I hope? We've been up to the plate with this one a lot. Hopefully we get something built pretty soon.
We have streets, so that's a good start.
We have streets, okay.
Streets are complete.
Good, good. Yeah, this one's been up to the plate a few times, so, all right, thank you. Yeah. All right, commission update.
Just a reminder, we do have a work session coming up. I think the date is August 11th.
That's correct.
5:30.
Yep.
So we won't have a planning and zoning, zoning ordinance update tonight, but we'll hit you pretty hard at the work session on the 11th of August. And then if you wouldn't mind, after the session is over, staying around for a quick photograph. I understand that Lisa Furman, the ever-talented, is going to take over the photography duties as well.
All right. I worked a long time on my hair getting ready for this photo op, so yeah. All right, okay, with that then, if there's nothing else, we are adjourned. Thank you.